Would it be great to easily just select a parameter in Ableton Live and then move the selected and change the selected parameter via your MIDI controller? Hi, I'm Toby from abletondrummer.com, and this is now possible. Was possible before, but with a little problem here always when changing between parameters, which I will explain you in a second. So this is a Max for Live device. Max for Live is included in Ableton Live Suite or can be bought as an add-on towards Ableton Live Standard. So this will work in 10, 11 and 12. So how does it work? So we have a Max for Live device sitting here on a track, and this device has the control selected parameter. Max for Live device from mine on here. You got a pop-up window. If you want to use that, you can make that really big or really small. You might not gonna need that, but for the showing purposes now, it's really cool. So you have this position, you can save and store and recall in Ableton Live sets, and you just need to set up your MIDI controller to be routed into this track. So we're now going to use we're going to use the LPD8 here. So I'm routing that into the track. I set my monitor to in, so the MIDI is always being passed through. And then you have this CC in button here. So if I hit the S for sync or learn now, and if I now just move my controller here, you can see it's already picking up. And it's now controlling the selected parameter. So if I now select my A-send here of this audio track, you can see I'm now controlling this via this button. And if I now switch to the B delay here, you can see that even if my controller dial is being at around 25%, but the current selected parameter is at around 75%, it will scale the value here and not jump to the value my controller is sending in. So it's at 50% now, but obviously I don't want, in most use cases, I don't want the select parameter to jump all across the parameters, which would happen. So this is possible with this device because we have two different pickup modes here, actually three. You can set it to none, and this is what would happen usually if you're using MIDI mappings and then change between parameters if you're not using a control script or with a very intelligent controller or with endless encoders. Then that would be the problem, and let me show you this. So you can see it's red now, the pop-up is red now because no parameter which can be controlled is selected currently. So that's a good feedback here. So let me show you how and what the limits here of changing between parameters and controlling them via one controller would be the issue normally here. So let's say I have this parameter here, but my controller is at 50%. So if I move that now up, you can see the parameter in Ableton Live will jump to the value it's getting. So if I have this one around 25% again, and the other one I want to control here, and I want to increase the send B now, and I move this up, obviously it's jumping to the value it's getting from the MIDI controller, which is 26, 27, the next one. So you can actually just put this pickup mode to scaling. It is built in Ableton Live, but only globally. So this is a little bit of a downside here, but with this device, if you want to control the currently selected parameter, which is possible for quite a lot of parameters, not all of them, I will tell you a little bit about what's not possible, unfortunately, with this technique here as well later in the video. But now just to demonstrate to you again, so I have the A-send and I'm controlling this via my dial of my controller, via my knob of my controller here. So set this up quite high. Now I select a different parameter, the B-send, and the B-send is around 25% again, but my controller is here at 75%. So if I now decrease the value, you can see it's following and it's scaling the movement I'm applying to this controller. And then it's meeting at some point here again. There is a different mode which is called pickup mode here as well. You can select this. So that means, let's say you only want the newly selected parameter to change if you moved your actual controller, the dial here, to the value the new selected parameter is. So if I now select this one here, we can see this is matched now. So now I'm switching to the other 75% value here, and you can see there is a mismatch, and we can see that quite well. So nothing is happening. You can see I'm still sending in changes, but nothing is happening because I've set this up to pickup mode now. So if I go up here, and only if I meet the value which the parameter is currently set, around 75% again, so I need to move my dial up here. Now it's matching, and now I move that, so I can move that parameter. Okay, so this is pickup mode. Makes sense for some use cases. I would say the scaling is the one most people want to use for changing things via this selected parameter stuff here. So I told you there are a few parameters you can't map. So everything on, or most things on actual devices, on audio effects, on MIDI effects, etc. will work. There are a few things which won't work. Let's find out for this example, not that much. So obviously on-off switches here, they don't work. The speaker on would work, but then you need to dial up. You know, so this is probably not, because if you touch it with your mouse, you not really want to use it. But I wanted to mention that obviously those parameters here only work for some of the things in Ableton Live, but it can be a great shortcut if you quickly want to go in something and just, if you prefer changing parameters via a dedicated dial or a fader would work here as well. So you need to make sure that your controller is sending values from 0 to 127, which is the default for most controllers. Very advanced controllers have like a increase and decrease thingy happening. But usually if you have an advanced controller like that, you can usually change this on the editor. So this here will work for 90% of MIDI controllers which are sending MIDI CC data. Obviously you can always check first with a MIDI monitor. I have a MIDI monitor. If you want to have one, everyone should have a MIDI monitor. Cool. So let's look into how this can work for endless encoders here as well. So let's say, how do you set up endless encoders to change values here? So same applies here as well. We're gonna use the dials here of the Behringer X-Touch Mini here, which is a nice controller, nice rotary control here, which are showing you via the light where the value currently is. So I can even shoot out the current value, so I don't need to do any scaling. The dial here will get the value from the last touch parameter. I can control in Ableton Live via this technique. So let us set this up. So the MIDI from obviously here needs to change now to the X-Touch Mini. So I want to make sure to always receive the CC coming in here now, the CC messages. And I'm doing that via setting the monitor to in. So now I want to send out some values here as well. So I need to set up the track out for the track out in my MIDI settings here as well. So the track in needs to be turned on, and the track out for the X-Touch Mini needs to be turned on here as well. So I can now select the X-Touch Mini. Now I need to make sure I send this on the right MIDI channel. Which MIDI channel am I on? You can quickly check this just under the MIDI from if you select all channels, and then if you move your controller, you can see you are receiving on channel 9. So to 99%, the controller will receive on channel 9 here now as well. So if I now put something in, we can see I'm now just have to hit S here once, so I can detect what MIDI CC value this dial here is set to automatically. I don't need any scaling or pickup at this point, and I want to switch on send value on change. So now what's happening, and we can see this on the controller itself. I hope you can see that with the light, that now it's around 25% again, and now it's around 75% again. So the lights on the controller will change. I hope you can see that on the light. I'm just selecting the different dials here, the different send knobs here, and it's jumping on my controller. The value is jumping automatically to the right point, and I don't need any pickup mode or any scaling here. I can just select the parameter and I'm on the right value straight away, and changing this accordingly. So this is, I think, a really great tool for production, maybe for live even, but for live I have a few other tools which you might want to check out. So you can get this device, just follow the link in the video description. More stuff, maybe for live, maybe this is more for production, I would guess so. You can find more stuff for live performance on the abletondrummer.com. Cool, take care, bye bye.